that's the one I am looking for. She must be a devil herself, don't you think?
Hey guys, so joining me today on Meet is one of the greatest acts that Nollywood has ever produced. She's been in countless movies and received numerous awards. Now when she comes on screen, it's always with so much grace, art and beauty. Some people call her Mama J, some people call her Auntie J. Please join me in welcoming Auntie Joke Silva.
Thank you so much, Angelica. Very lovely intro.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so I'm just going to dive right into it. Now, considering the fact that you've been in the industry for quite a while now, for a very long time, yourself and Uncle Olu Jacobs, how have you managed to remain relevant? You know, especially because there are people who started around the same time you did but are no longer in the industry. So how have you managed to remain relevant in the industry?
Well, I think one of it is, it would have to be, I always say this, but people say that's just such a catchphrase. First of all, it's God's grace, honestly. And I'll try and explain that further. Okay. God's grace in the sense that He gave both of us an incredible passion and an incredible respect for the profession. Now, if we, way back, like you said, when we started, it was like, it wasn't particularly that respected. And also, there wasn't that many opportunities for work. But because one had a lot of respect for the work, one had a lot of passion for the work, and there was a belief, a strong belief that it would get better. Do you understand? So we just kept moving, we just kept pushing. And what we tended to do was to do whatever was possible within the space of performance. So for example, okay, there's no TV work, so we'd do stage work. There's no stage work, then we'll do radio work. There's no radio work, then we'd teach, you know, I did a lot of teaching in schools, practically all the Corona schools. Oh, wow. I taught in all the Corona schools, Greenwood House School, the Abbey schools, you know, I mean, name.
So you always did something.
Yes, within that space. Yes, wow. Definitely.
So you mentioned opportunities back then in the industry. So what do you think of what Nollywood has become now?
I'm just so grateful to God that one is experiencing this blossoming of the industry. We're our own story in that in this space. Yes, we did a lot of stage work back then. Then stage transited to television, and then television transited into home video, into film. Sorry. Yes. Television transited into film. That was it. And then from there we went into the home video, and of course then there was this explosion or disruption, as you call it, or you know, a disruption that then became Nollywood. Yes. You know. And you know, there was a time when kind of with the advent, the serious advent of piracy, there was then this nosediving of, you know, the Nollywood industry. You know, and usually when I say Nollywood, I really think of the entire movie space. Right. You know, I don't include theatre in Nollywood. You understand? Yes. You know, and with piracy, you then found that Nollywood kind of nosedived, but then what we're getting again is a rebirth, a resurgence of Nollywood, and there's some amazing works that are going on in the cinemas now. You know, we used to have so many cinemas back then in the 60s, the 70s. They all closed down around the time of Nigerianization. Yes. And then you have a whole new set of people now coming up with cinemas, and that's doing an incredible amount to the industry. So it's a good time.
It's a good time, yes. And I believe one of the things contributing to the growth of the industry is the emergence of new talents and fresh talents. So, and with social media, you have Facebook and Instagram now. I'm sure you get it all the time now. Everyone wants to be an actor rather.
Yes.
Auntie, I want to act in your film. Auntie, cast me in your film. Yes. So social media makes it seem easy to become an actor. So how important is it for someone to get proper training in order to become an actor, or in order for Nollywood to actually produce even better movies than they're doing right now?
Okay. I think that's one of the most, that's a really interesting question. Now, if we look at it, like you rightly said, the advent of social media kind of gives you that instanta feeling. I can blow. Yeah. I can blow in 1 week. You just put something on Instagram, or I can connect to this person and connect. And the way I like to describe the importance of training for our field is, take a medical doctor, for instance. Now, a medical doctor would train for, I don't know, probably, I think it's about 7 years in our own climb, But as someone who has used medication over the years, all right, I can say, oh, this is what is wrong with me. I'll take Panadol, I'll take whatever, oh, I have a pain on this side of my body. So it could either be appendicitis or something. That's me, a layperson, saying, oh, I have this pain. It could probably be angina or something like that. Do you get it?
Yes.
But if I'm a properly trained doctor, do you understand?
Yes.
I know the tests to carry out to know exactly what is wrong. So which is why we always, and the other thing is that if you notice, I'm not going to mention any names, but some of the people who are doing extremely well are people who have trained properly. Yes. So that's why we say, if you want to be an actor that has a long lifespan, you can be an actor. You can get up now, stand in front of the camera, you look perfect for the part, and so you just go, and you can be a one film wonder or 2 film wonder. Do you understand? But to last the stretch of time, it's usually advisable, let's put it that way, to get trained.
Get trained. Wow. Yes. Wow. Yes. You make such an excellent argument.
Thank you.
Now, talking about training, yourself and Uncle Dick Jacobs have set up an institute called Lufodo Performing Arts Academy.
Lufodo Academy
of
Performing Arts.
I apologize.
No problem. No problem.
Tell us a little bit about the academy.
Okay. All right. The Lufodo Academy of Performing Arts started out in 2009.
Oh, wow.
Out of a space in Victoria Island. And at that time, we started out, with certificate courses, 3 months courses and all that. But, and a lot of us, and a lot of it, we were using our own money to fund it and all that. And, after VI, we then moved to bigger spaces in Agungi, in the Lekki area. But, at one point, my husband just went, after so many years, okay, this is all we have in the account, and everything is going into this school. Oh, wow. So can we call a break for a while? And, that was one of the reasons, why we stopped at probably about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Okay. We put a break. And then the other idea was to rebrand. And also because, yes, a lot of our products that, that came out of the 3 months courses were doing extremely well. They were doing extremely well. But we still felt that there was something missing. That if they had stayed, the idea was actually that we'd do the 3 months, and then you would come back for another 3 months, and then you would come back for another, so that you would have the length of time. Right. But people weren't coming back. They just went, they were getting work, and so they kept on working. And I was, I don't really that ready? You know? So this time around, what we've done is that we're now in our new spaces at the Education Hub in City Hall, which is more central for people. And then we will be running 2-year courses, proper diploma courses, no longer certificate courses. We are accredited by the National Board of Technical Education, proper accreditation, you know, so we can award diplomas, HNDs, you know, ONDs, HNDs, and certificate. But now we want to concentrate on the ONDs.
Wow. That's amazing. Thank you. I think that would be because I've researched a few training schools for actors and actresses, but I think Lufado might be the only one in Nigeria that actually offers such long-term training. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Now, LAPA, is it focused solely on Nollywood, strictly for actors and actresses, or does it encompass Nigerian entertainment industry?
Well, for now, we want to start with acting.
Okay.
Because that's our core competence,
right.
You know, and that's the first phase. You know, we're going to graduate into film. So I mean, when we start with the acting training, it's going to be acting for film, for theater, and for radio, right? And then from there, we'll move on to the other technical aspects. We'll also be running training for writing, and this was on special demand, because there is such a dearth of good writers. Understandable, because English is not our language. And so understanding the nuances of English so that we can write without writing stage for film. Do you understand?
Yes.
And, you know, understanding how to use language so that you leave enough for the performer to interpret. You understand? So there will be a course in writing apart from acting, but the courses for acting are going to be courses that make you a total performer. So how to speak properly, how to sit properly, how to stand properly. You know, because the way you stand, the way you sit, you know, the way your body is aligned affects the way your voice is produced. Do you understand? So, you know, and then what are the things that help you to have that properly aligned body? What are the things that help you to have your speech organs so well, you know, working so well, so that the sound that is produced, you can manipulate it to convey the kind of... Oh my gosh.
Sign me up.
To convey the kind of emotions that you want to convey, you know, those are things, those are the skills of the actor, but people don't realize it. They think that, okay, let me stand in front of the camera, let me be, I've been asked to play Adenike, you know, so I have an idea of what Adenike looks like, and then I just speak as naturally as possible. It's more than that.
So talent is not enough?
No. Definitely not.
Wow.
Definitely not.
Will yourself and Uncle Lu be taking any of the classes?
Yes, we'll be taking master classes, and I'm the director of studies, Mrs. Omono Shomolu, who is an incredible actor herself. She's just one of the most amazing actors to come out in the, you know, in the latter part of the 20th century and into the 21st. She's insisted that I take Shakespeare as well. So I'll be taking Shakespeare classes as well. Yes.
So for something, so this is for serious-minded people who have a desire to last long in this career.
Yes.
So what's the process like to become a student of the academy?
There will be auditions. There'll be auditions coming up in May, and so it's not so much that you come or you can afford the fees. We must see that you have the passion and you have the talent, and then we will groom that talent. It's the auditions come up in May 12th, 17th, 19th, 24th and 26th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. And the idea is that you come, you prepare the audition pieces we're expecting are a dramatic piece, a prose piece, and a poetry piece, all from established writers, for no more than, in total, 5 minutes. Everything, no more than 5 minutes, yes.
Wow.
Yes, in front, and you will audition in front of a panel of industry practitioners, yes.
Wow, this is amazing. I mean,
you.
it's something that if you desire to become an actor, just this is something you definitely want to look into. I know I will be looking into it as well. Now, before I let you go, just a word for the youngsters out there who are, looking to blow in the industry, either as an actor or as an actress, or maybe filmmakers, upcoming filmmakers. What would you say to them?
Apart from saying that it's important to get training, which it is, I mean, that's what we've been talking about for the last so many minutes. There's something happening in the industry that I see now. Everybody wants to kind of explore 10,000 things at once. So you're an actor, then you're an on-air personality, then you're a this, then you're a that. A word of caution. It's better to be known for one thing and to be good at it. And, to be known for that over a stretch of time. And then branch out into other areas of your passion. These things happen because as creatives, we have so many areas of it that we want to express, that we want to use to express ourselves. But the discipline, which is something that you also get in training, is that where is your area of core competence, and then we hone in on that. And then, okay, you're an actor, you're a brilliant actor, but then you have this desire to be a director. Okay, so focus on your acting and then branch out into directing later. Or focus on, if you're incredible on-air personality, you're very good with emoting with your voice, okay, let's focus there. And then when you've mastered that, then you'll branch out into the other areas.
Wow, that's a word in season for me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, you fall into that category.
Yes, I do.
I actually find that it's something that I've noticed with a lot of people in your age group.
Yes.
That wanting to, and I guess it has to probably do with the various platforms that are out there that want to, that you want to exploit.
Yes.
But I also find that it then confuses your audience, and they can't really say, oh, you are this person. And so when they're looking, when prospective clients are saying, looking for an actor, you're an on-air person, so they won't think about you immediately. They will think of the actor. Or they're looking for an on-air personality, but you're an actor, an on-air person, so they will think of the focused on-air personality.
Wow.
Yes.
So just pick one hustle.
That's it.
And stay with it.
And stay with it.
Thank you so much for coming, man. All right, so there you have it. You need to get proper training. Talent is not enough, and if you want to train to become an actor or an actress, who better to learn from than Auntie Festival and Uncle Jacob? So make sure to look into these auditions that are coming up very, very soon. We're going to put the dates for you to see. And on that note, we'll be right back.